Hi guys, welcome to our channel, Exploring It All. I'm Miraculous Girl. Join me and my dad while we explore subscription boxes, the outdoors, gear and equipment, and other fun things and places. Before we get started, hit like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Ding! Thank you for watching.
Well, thank you for that amazing introduction, Miraculous Girl, and thank you everyone for joining us again here on Exploring It All. So today I'm doing a short recap, update, clarifications regarding Mission 97 of Battlebox. So as you can see, I have the mission brief, and you might be able to see, I'm just going to show some better details on stuff and throw out a little information I didn't know when I was doing the live because I hadn't had a chance to mess with things and unbox things and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes. So that's kind of my goal here. Anyway, so first off, and I'm going to post a link at the end of this to the live if you want to see more details on this when we did during the live. So we demonstrated these, but first up in the basic box was the Epic Wipes Massive Wet Wipes, the size large and the size extra large. The large is 2 feet by 1 foot, and the extra large is 2.5 feet by, or 1.5 feet by 2.5 feet, basically. I looked these up online, and I'm kind of going to go over lowball pricing on this. These two items basically roll out at about $4 if you were to buy large bulk packs on Amazon and then break it down per price unit. Because these come in 10 packs on Amazon, 10 packs and 20 packs, I think, something like that. So that's the price on those. Next up we had, and this is just the empty package, I washed it out. Miraculous Girl ate this up right away. The Ready Wise meals, or meal. This particular one, it's $6.99 on the ReadyWise website. I didn't really look this one up on Amazon. A couple of things that Curran didn't mention, we talked about it a little bit in the video and stuff, is on the back there are a bunch of jokes and camping hacks. The answers are on the bottom. The bag folds out flat and will stand up once you pour liquid in it. There's also a hide and seek thing, search and find on the front here, where there's little items hidden in the pictures. You guys probably can't see it, but there's a teepee right here. Down here's the sock. There was a peace emblem. I found it. I needed a magnifying glass. It was up here somewhere. Anyway, so there's a little bit more to the ReadyWise, but it's a great meal. Like I said, it was $6.99 on the ReadyWise website. And next up, we have the Stanley all-in-one food jar. Miraculous Girl actually used this during that live. A spork spoon, the top doubles as a bowl. It has a, what do you call it, kind of vacuum sealed lid. And this has a compartment in it. I did not know that until I was looking at it on the Stanley site or Amazon. I watched the video. But so this has a little lid that's supposed to be watertight as well to keep things separate, and it's double walled. One thing to mention, this is double walled. You can't boil in this on a fire. Also, this is plastic, but you can't boil this on a fire. And the other thing is it does say in the instructions that this is a hand wash item, or at least this part is. These can go in the dishwasher, but this can't. This is hand wash. So that's the Stanley, and honestly, Miraculous Girl will probably be taking this to school. Next up was and this is $29.99 on Amazon. This right here is $29.99 on Amazon. The next up was the 2-cup cook set, and by Stanley. Now this is a great item. I've used it many, many times, and I have my Battlebox one, or I have one here that I've used, and I changed out during the video, and again, watch the live if you want to see it. I changed out this lid. This little clip on the lid here does stand up. It has a little thing in there, but I actually cut mine off and put a D-ring on there because this can melt if it gets too close to the flame or whatever. So, but one of the things about this is locking. You slide this down and now it won't unlock as far as moving the handle, so you won't lose that over the stove. This comes with 2 cups, but yeah, so that won't fall out. And then it locks down. And then another cool little thing that I featured during the live that was brought up is this also perfectly nests in the old school Battlbox kind of cup. And there's the Sierra cups and stuff that also this will fit in. And another thing is the lid here is interchangeable with these two. So if you want to cook in this and eat in this, or cook in that and drink out of this, or make 2 different things, and this all nests together and it's great. But the lids on the Battlbox one and this one are interchangeable. Part of that being because this widens up here. And the other thing that was pointed out is this also has your measurement markings both on the inside in here and down here. So you have those measurement markings as well. So good to know, locking handles, everything locks in place. Next up we had, and that ran, I found this set on Amazon for $13.47, bringing the whole box to a grand total, lowballing the prices from various vendors and whatnot, at $54.33, which the cost of the basic box is $34.99. So I think you're getting a great value there. Next up, you have the Pod Fusion solar panel. It came with a carabiner, and it also has a little charging. The smaller one here is the charging port, and then you have 2 USB ports for charging purposes. There's already been some feedback on this of people that have used it, and I use these things all the time, and they said they charged a couple of phones and still had power left. It has an indicator light here that shows you, and I fully charged this one last night. And then this first one here will turn green if it's being charged via solar. And it has multiple, now this is an LED light here, and without blinding you, it has a bright mode, a dimmer mode, and then it has a SOS signal mode on it. And then one other thing it has is if you double click it, it has a flashlight in the end here. Now, in the instructions, it says that's a currency detector. And now I have to hold it to get it all off. It says that this light is a UV currency detector in the instructions. However, on the box, it has no indication of that. And this is not a UV light. So that is probably a feature that was in a previous model, and they didn't change the instruction book. So that's a little update on that. The pod is $39.95 on, I couldn't find it on Amazon. It was $39.95 on at PodX on their website at PodX. This was, and so the basic box cost you $64.99. So throwing that in on the basic price, you're at $94.28 total MSRP. Again, lowballing it. So and your cost would be $64. So you're up $30. Next up, we had the CRKT M16. I think a very pretty knife. I showed a couple of other versions of the M16. This is a big knife. The blade length is about almost 4 inches of actual cutting edge. Actually, it probably is 4 inches because of the curve. And the overall length is 9¼ inches. So it's a good sized blade. It's a frame lock. It's a flipper. It does have a thumb stud, and it is a frame lock. And I think it's a nice looking knife. It is not perfectly centered. to be perfectly honest. The blade has a little bit of wobble play in here, and that could be due to the frame lock pushing in on it a little bit. But it is what it is. So, but I really like the look of it. I have two other CRKT from the M16 series, but not quite this big. But I do think it's a nice flipper. On CRKT, the MSRP is $64. On Amazon, it's $56.49, and at Knife Center, it's $53.95. Value of the box up to $148.23 at this point. But I think this is a great knife. Sandvik steel, nice. Now, next up, I speculated about this in the live, and it's been since kind of been confirmed. Because they put it in the front of the mission brief and I didn't talk about it. But that is the Williamson Copenhagen. Battlebox negotiates their deals for purchases years in advance, and sometimes products become, the price points change. Anyway, the value of the knife dropped down. I found this knife on Williamson's Copenhagen, it was listed at $79.95, but at Blade HQ, it's $49.95, which is not quite the price point that Battlebox would like their knife of the month to be at. And because of that, they included a $20 gift card. So there's that. So anyway, but back to the knife. The knife's a good knife. Here's the morale patch. That also came in the box. It has a nice leather sheath. This is 440C stainless steel. There's no like liner, in there, but the scales themselves are G10. There was two colors. It's got the stonewash finish. It's got jimping on the back here. It's got a lanyard hole. It's got a nice fit. I like where my thumb lands in a really good spot. I think it's a nice looking knife. It's really thick, and it doesn't list the actual thickness on here, and it's hard for me to do it on this. But I'm gonna say, man, it seems it's really close to like 1/4 of an inch, I think, as far as the thickness on the spine. Maybe 3/8. I don't know. So, I mean, it's not a real long blade. You'll notice the blade on the CRKT, when you compare them, that it's almost bigger. Well, it is big. It's longer. The Williamson is 8 and 8 1/4, pretty close. So there's that. But I think it's a nice looking knife. It has nice scales, like the stonewash finish. Anyway, guys, and it comes with a nice leather sheath. I like this sheath. It's got a nice belt loop. It seems very solid and sturdy. It's a lot better than some of the Italian leather, I won't throw the brand names out there, that we recently received. I think the sheath is a lot better. So I like the sheath and stuff. I like this knife. I like this one. I personally like this one better than the Taurus one as far as the design and the shape and stuff. I do think it needed a little stropping when I did the sharp tests on it. And one other thing I would like to mention is there was a card included in here with the code BATTLE25 for 25% off ReadyWise products from their website. So go save yourself some money and get stocked up on some freeze-dried meals. Thanks for watching. This is a shorter version. Again, I will post a link to the live stream at the end of this, and we go into a lot more detail on some of this stuff and show some of the more tips, tricks, and hacks, and talk about all kinds of different things. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, and remember, be nice to each other.